Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Post, man. You know the vibe. Go ahead and retweet that vibe, man. Hope you guys are enjoying your evening, man. Just want to tap in with you monetary and still talk about relationships. Well, how important it is to continue to build relationships, especially the relationships we established back in the day, man, because those they define they define all odds, man. Those relationships still withstanding today, regardless to the blood or the damu or the kiwi thing. You know what I mean? So it's important that we talk about these things because it's a continuance of commonality that where people establish rapport and they mirror and match one another because we have a great deal more in common than we do not in common. So just real quick, man, I want to give a shout out, man. Rest in peace, Stanley Simon. Rest in peace, Bubba Simon. Rest in peace, Darwin. Rest in peace, Marvin Antoine Fly. Strawberry, you know what I mean? Just want to get those. Rest in peace, Momo. You know what I mean? Just want to get those out right quick, man. That's my Fruittown family. I grew up with those guys. I actually moved to Fruittown in around about 63 to about 68. You know, and some of the first people I met was Stanley Simon, above Stanley Simon, man. There's a guy right there, boy. Stanley Simon, man, can punch his way out of anything. You know, him and his big brother Bubba, man. But, you know, just want to tell you guys, man, that a lot of the stuff that we see going on today didn't exist back then because of the thing that we had communication, you know what I mean? And the communication was supersede a lot of things that were standing, you know what I mean, like the facade or the illusion of toughness. You know what I mean? You got these cats walk around with the level 4 look, you know what I mean? And they put the level 4 look on you, you know what I mean? It's an intimidation tactic, but all the time they be the scared ones for real. But anyway, just want to go, man, and talk about my boys, Ducky, Dave, Jackie, their sisters, man. Shout out to them, man. We actually worked together on Let's Feed Compton in conjunction with Dr. Dre, the boy out of Swab House. I can't think his name was Tony. I believe his name is Tony. Nick Cannon, Rizza Islam was there as well. You know, Cynthia Nunn. Shout out to DuPont for showing up. You know what I mean, DuPont. And just a host of others, man. Chico from the Pocket, you know what I mean? So this is the camaraderie we have in Compton, man. Because Compton, believe it or not, man, whether it's Damu or Kiwi, man, when somebody outsiders look to invade Compton, them people come together, man, and you'll be surprised what'll happen, man. They'll show you something. They'll introduce you to a whole lot of bullshit that you never seen or knew before. But anyway, man, just want to shout those cats out. My boy Don Juan, you know, we chop it up all the time. Nathan Mixon was my dog, you know what I mean? Gangster Nate, you know what I mean? Ricky Montgomery stayed across the street. Lester Palmerton, which was Bitter Dog, Black Love, and Tony Black, you know what I mean? I don't know what he's doing out there, but I hope he's okay. Rodney Caldwell, Monk, Mad Dog, which was Daryl Smith, and his brother was Rodney Smith, Roger Keynes, you know, and then the Bernards, you had Donnie, Debbie, which is Modiak, then I believe was Joe Curdy, and then Harvey, and then they had sisters as well. Shout out to them, you know what I mean? Marty Duryea, shout out to them, you know what I mean? And just a host of people, man. I can go on and naming these people, man, you know what I mean? Fat Rick, I don't know Fat Rick personally, but I know who he is. Even Top Cat, and then my man Rick James, you know, Lil James, you know, shout out to him, you know what I mean? And just, that's that Fruittown family right there, man. And you'd be surprised, man. We all attended either Rosecrans Elementary. There was Rosecrans Elementary, Clarence A. Dickinson, and George Washington. Most of us went to Rosecrans Elementary. So this is where I established these relationships back then. And you know what I mean? They stood the test of time, you know what I mean? Because once we got to the Mingus, man, there was a lot of stuff going on. And a lot of time, I would have to reach over to my Fruittown family, you know what I mean? And just to, you know what I mean, make sure my back was secure, you know what I mean? Because I was in that environment where it was all Damu, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? But being like I've said, I'm telling you, man, that I grew up with these guys, you know what I mean? And it was real strong, like the Cubas, Bobby Cuba, Russell Cuba, Johnny, PC, Seymour, of course. Then you got the Burts, you got Ronnie Emmett, Melvin, Zena, and Derek Burts, you know, can't leave him out, you know what I mean? And then you got all my guys on Orr Street, man. Because back in the day, the Orr Street guys was like, they was like the whole Fruit Town, you know what I mean? I mean, not in the sense of Fruit Town proper, but it was in the 60s, they had the Orr Street Boys. And the Orr Street Boys was kind of like, had put their name out there already, you know what I mean, before the gang bang took over, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like out there, and that's during the time when the Black Panthers was riding through on their Packers with their long guns, you know, protecting the community, getting everybody community awareness, and inviting all of us to the Watts Festival. Yeah, the Watts Festival. So we all participated in that. You know what I mean? We just had a great time back then, you know what I mean? And then shout out to my boy Cordy, rest in peace. His brother Michael Manning, you know what I mean? And then he also had a sister, Mickey Michelle. I don't know what their status is, you know what I mean? But his mom, rest in peace, Gloria, you know. Man, just the host of people, the Hunters, the twins, Leonard, you know what I mean? So it's just, if you go all down there, man, you know what I mean? Spinny Ford, my dog right there, you know, I can't leave Spinny out, you know. But yeah, Wendell Filer on the corner, you know. So, and I'm thinking of these names as I go on, and you're probably thinking I'm rambling, but I'm not. I'm not, because these are people that I grew up in the 60s. And, you know, a lot of people don't know that. Jesse Palmer and Aaron Palmer, and what's her sister name? I can't think of the name, but she was in a wheelchair. She had polio. But the guy you guys all know is Heron. It was just Aaron Palmer. They grew up in Fruit Town before they ever moved over to the east side, where they was known as East Side Peru. That happened later on. But the Dawsons, they from Fruit Town. So it's just a host of people, man. And hope you guys are out there enjoying your evening and finding a way to build a better Compton, as they would say. They got a website, I believe, on Facebook. It's called Build a Better Compton. And how you build a better Compton is all these guys I just named, whether it's Don Juan, Ducky Dave, Jackie Cox, Gangster Nate, any of these people, man, that I named, man, they can come together and, man, they know how to make Compton better. They know how to make Compton stronger, because we have proved it. We have done it. We have lived it. You understand? Even when we was in school, Dominguez High, you know, like I'm saying, Stanley Simon, man, tap in Stanley, man. You know what I mean? I haven't seen Mad Dog, man. Mad Dog, one day we was at school. I don't know what happened, man, but Mad Dog and I think it was Killer from Ludus Park, they got into it. I'm thinking like, man, these dudes is two pit bulls, two Siberian Huskies or something, you know, get ready to tangle. But it didn't happen, man, because they both recognized their position, and they both recognized that they, you know, they had the strong arm, you know what I mean? And, you know, they worked it out through rapport, through communication, without having to go through these changes, you know what I mean, to figure out who was going to be the man or not, man. But, and then go even further deeper, man, my ex-brother-in-law, which is Frank Logan, and his brother Tony Logan, they brought me back over to Fruit Town. We was doing our thing over there, you know what I mean? So that worked out really well, because I was already familiar with the job. And about this time is when I met his brother named Sam Fountain. Sam Fountain was from Cedar Block, right? I didn't know him at the time, and then he comes over, and I think he's like fresh out. You know what I mean? With cats, they fresh out. They looking for that, you know what I mean? They looking for that come up, or they looking for somebody to bless them and all that. So he was like, more or less, you know, they call him Wolf. So that speaks for itself, the Wolf, you know what I mean? Because know this, man, even though a lion and tiger may be more powerful, the wolf does never perform in a circus. You'll never see a wolf performing in a circus. Go ahead, free game right there. So anyway, Wolf come over to the spot. We over there on Cherry, right off of Oleander. And boom, boom, he knocks on the door. You know, Cass was like, man, I don't want to, you know, talk to Wolf and whatever. So I go to pop the door. What's up, Wolf? And he, you know what I mean? He like was taken back, like, who is you? You know what I mean? More or less. And I'm like, hey, man, you know, this is my partners, you know, Frank or Tony, you know what I mean? That's my Frank is my brother-in-law, Tony is his brother, so I'm here with them, you know. But anyway, long story short, all the rumors that you heard about Wolf and all the things you knew about Wolf turned out to be Wolf was just merely just trying to get some assistance on his behalf. He was fresh out. So, man, me being a gentleman, me being the man I am, I just really just went on and reached out and blessed him, you know what I mean, and hit him with some change. And from that point on, me and Wolf had a rapport, and man, we've been cool ever since, you know what I mean, just like real tight, man. And I just want to, you know, share a little bit of this and show you that I've been around the city of Compton since the time I was born up until now. I'm 62 in a couple of days. And I met many people from many aspects of Compton, and we were able to become friends. A lot of times we just became associates. A lot of times we just became aware of one another, you know what I mean? And we was able to build from there and just become really close allies or close associates, or even people that can like pick up the phone and, you know what I mean? Because I can call Duck, I can call Dave, you know what I mean? I can call Bandana the Rag, which is he's calling me now. You know what I mean? My boy Don Juan, great people right there. But anyway, I just want to share you that, let you know, man, there's a great deal of love between myself and Fruittown, and they have love for me as well. So I just want to say, Professor Melly Mill, the Hood Postman, and I'm out.